This might sound crazy, but you should probably put a little kerosene in your fuel tank when it gets really cold. Here's why. Kerosene lights at a little bit lower temperature. It's easier to ignite. Kerosene also doesn't gel up like regular number 2 diesel does. And there's no guarantee that the guys at the pump, especially if you get south of like down into Oklahoma and Texas and Alabama and all of that, there's no guarantee that they're actually blending the fuel properly. And if you add just a little bit of kerosene to your number 2, it'll actually help it prevent it from gelling a lot. Now, usually the thing that people come up with is like, well, what about the lubricity? And honestly, there's a lot of tests. The lubricity is not that bad. And especially in cold weather, you're not running in hot summertime when it really thins out really bad. But you can put a bottle of 2-stroke oil or a bottle of transmission fluid in the tank. Now, when you get to DPFs and stuff, you got to be careful. It could cause some issues with your DPF system, so be careful with that. But lots of this additive stuff is not great for your DPF either. So just be aware of that. And you know, a quart of transmission fluid and a whole tank of diesel is a good amount of lubricity added, and it's really not that much ash generated for your DPF. But if you use a lot of that over time, it can clog your DPF and have to have it removed and cleaned out and everything. But that would be the real main concern, is adding enough lubricity, whether that be in a fuel treatment, or even better would be 2-stroke oil or a little bottle of transmission fluid in the tank. But if you got a pre-DPF truck, an old Power Stroke or an old Cummins that doesn't have emissions on it, kerosene all the way, man. It'll run great with a little bit of transmission fluid and kerosene all winter long.